Actress Gillian Anderson shows her vaginas and the business lessons we can learn. Oh, yes. We are coming in hot this year, and we are coming in hot with 2 audio feeds. This is really great. Now I gotta fix it. How about that? Is that okay? Are you hearing me twice? Excellent. Let's get started, shall we? Hi. I've done this before. Welcome to Small Business Mornings. I'm your host, Pat Miller, the founder of the Idea Collective. Small Business Mornings is on the air. It's a weekly live stream at 9 a.m. Central for solopreneurs and small business owners. Powered by the Idea Collective, we bring solopreneurs and small business owners together to provide the support and resources we need to succeed. We're living out our mission. Don't grow it alone. So, yeah, today's show, Gillian Anderson's vagina story and the business lesson we can learn. It's true. It's a story. There's also a new office hazard that you need to worry about. I've got a frustration of the week that maybe you can relate with because I wanted to put my hand through a wall. And I'm like, you know what? If I feel this way, maybe you feel this way. We got a great meme of the week as well. And I'm going to, oh, by the way, announce 2 major Idea Collective events on the show. So let's get started. I'm really glad you're here. Say hello in the chat because we want to make this a fun conversation every week. And if you haven't done it, see this QR code up here? Click the QR code and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the best place to experience the show. The chat looks really good there, and you'll get notified when we go live. So click that QR code and subscribe on our YouTube, and you will never miss a show. All right, Gillian Anderson's vaginas story in just a moment, but let's talk about this show. The fact that it's back. Hey, it's back. Where have you been and what's going on? Well, I'm committing to doing this show every Monday morning at 9 a.m., and I'm really excited to be back on the air. And the reason why I stopped is maybe something that you can relate with. The last show that I did was in October. And in October, that was a couple of weeks before the Idea Collective Small Business Conference. And what was left of my hair was officially on fire. I was doing everything I could to put on a great conference for the community. And it just got to the point where I couldn't keep it going. Even though I love doing the show, I love having the conversation and joking around and talking business with you. I just had to put it on the back burner, could not do it all. But I'm back for 2024 and I'm committing to do this show every Monday unless I have a conflict. And we're going to do the news of the week and some stuff that I see like in businessy language that I want to share. But hopefully, we're going to have a laugh or two along the way because it's my mission to support you on your small business journey. And if we've met, hi, I'm Pat. I'm not the guy that's going to go on the air and be like, I have answers to the test and I know all the things. Like, no, we're all kind of walking this small business journey together. And if I see something that I think will help you in your business, I'll share it. But otherwise, let's just keep moving forward and making our dream come true. So with that, I'm really glad that you're joining us and make sure you say hello in the chat. Good morning, Teresa and Stephanie and Talmar and Pat and Patty that are joining us because feeling that sense of community, feeling that you're not alone, that's what this is all about. Okay, so we need to talk. The Gillian Anderson vagina story. And we're going to learn some business stuff. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, this story is going to blow your mind. It's going to teach you how to get attention and how to sell your product, and it all comes from a dress. Oh, yes, a dress. So the Golden Globes happened last night. And the results of the Golden Globes are in the ticker. Like, who cares? I didn't see half the movies. So if you really care about who won, fine, it's listed down below. But the story worth talking about is Gillian Anderson's dress. And it is some next level media playing. Like, this is the LeBron James of playing the media. This is incredible. At the Golden Globes last night, Gillian Anderson wore a beautiful cream-colored dress. You wanna see it? It's really nice. Like, I know nothing about fashion, but that's a beautiful dress. Look at that dress. Isn't that a beautiful dress? Beautiful. But wait a minute. It hold on a second. Computer, enhance. What are those squiggly things? What what is that? Is that a are those are what? What? Oh, 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 ooh, oh, yee. Those are vaginas. Yes, yes. Gillian Anderson wore this beautiful dress, but when you look really closely, oh, vaginas. Now, you may be asking, "Hey, Pat, why is Gillian Anderson wearing a vagina dress?" And I would say, "That's a really good question. Why is Gillian Anderson wearing a vagina dress?" Well, it turns out she's really smart, and we're gonna learn something from her. And this is where the media manipulation this is just a master class, okay? Now you may think, "Oh, I know why. Gillian Anderson's on that TV show. She's on the Netflix show, that sex education show. She's promoting the show." I had never heard of it, so good for her. Check 1, potentially a new viewer. So I'd never seen it. It's been on for 4 years. Officially, I live under a rock. It's been on Netflix. It's called Sex Education. So, yeah, okay, vagina's dress, getting some more eyeballs on the show. Got it. No. No, 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 no. It goes a lot deeper than that. The vagina dress is on because she owns a beverage line called G Spot. G Spot. She owns a line of beverages called G Spot. So I thought to myself, huh, now I'm really intrigued. I need to look up what this G Spot beverage is. So I spent a good 5 minutes fumbling around. I couldn't find it. Oh, but then I did. Ah, yes. Okay, so let's learn about what the G Spot beverages are. There they are. Ha ha. G Spot beverages. Now, what are we going to learn about all this? We're not going to learn about how to wear a dress and manipulate the media. We're going to learn what they're doing here. G Spot drinks are refreshing, natural, soft drinks filled to the brim with life enhancing aptogens and nootropics. I have no idea what those are. They have unique thirst quenching flavors that also invigorate and boost performance and cognitive functions. Okay, cool. She wore a dress, got a ton of attention. Like, this is the story everyone's talking about this morning. And it wasn't just for her sex education show, it was also to promote the G Spot drinks. So it's a wellness drink. It's a clever, clever name. And yes, Aaron Slutsky, where is Susie Moon when we need her? It's a very just brilliant manipulation by Gillian Anderson for real. But what can we learn? Not only from the dress, but also from the G Spot drink. There are 2 business lessons here. I really think legitimate business lessons. First of all, it gave me a chance to tell a few jokes because I just couldn't help myself. But the 2 lessons that we can learn here, the first one, you cannot sell anything. You cannot move your business forward if you're not getting noticed. You gotta get noticed. If she would have worn just a nice cream colored dress that didn't have vaginas on it, we wouldn't be having this conversation. No one would be having this conversation. Her business would have gotten 0 publicity if in the interview she said, yes, I'm really excited for 2024. Our G Spot beverage line is really gonna do well." Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So the first business lesson here is get noticed, right? She just would have dropped a quote. Nobody would have cared. But she got really, different and did something that got a bunch of attention. That's awesome. Now here's the second lesson. There's another lesson here that we can learn from this webpage. Because if you look on the webpage, we can learn something. Sell what people want to buy. Sell what people want to buy, not what you want to sell. This comes from Daniel Priestley's oversubscribed book. I just finished it. It's a brilliant read if you haven't read it. Sell what people want to buy. If you look at this website, I'm 40 something, 49 years old. If you had to guess what those flavors are, what would they be? Strawberry, lemon, and lime or something, right? Based on the colors. Because if you're my age, you don't even say it's grape Kool-Aid, you say it's purple Kool-Aid, right? But that's not what they're selling. They barely describe the flavors. We don't know if it's fizzy, we don't know how many ounces, we know nothing about it. We don't know if we should mix it with alcohol, most likely, because it just looks like one of those drinks. But they're not selling what they wanna sell, they're selling what people wanna buy. If you look, they're called Lift, Protect, and Soothe, and the flavors beneath it are like little tiny descriptions. They're not selling strawberry, orange, and lime. They're selling Lift, Protect, and Soothe. What are you selling? Are you selling your benefit? Or are you selling what people wanna buy? It's a point that all of us miss. All of us miss. We do something and we get all feature silly and we wanna tell everyone about what we're doing. "Oh, I'm doing all these things." No, sell what people wanna buy. So right now, today, you're probably working on your next great LinkedIn post or an email to your list or whatever you're doing. And I wanna use this silly little story to remind you to push the benefits, not the features. Because when you talk about your features, your SEO scores will go up 14% if I build your website. Nobody cares. If I rebuild your website, you'll have double the customers in a month. That I care about. That's what I wanna buy. I don't wanna buy what you'll do for me, like the features of it. I want the benefits of what will happen when you do your work. Sell the benefits, not the features, and get really clear, and don't be afraid to use an opinion or an engaging headline to provoke action. For those of you that are joining us from LinkedIn this morning, I went on my LinkedIn this morning and said, "What a vagina dress can teach you about business." I put that on LinkedIn. I'm probably in the LinkedIn gulag right now. I'm sure there are people that follow me on LinkedIn that are clutching their pearls. What? He said the V word, right? But it got attention. And it's a fun story because it's exactly what we're talking about. And and it just made me laugh, and I had to share the story this morning. So, let's just give one final thank you to Jillian Anderson teaching us business by showing us her vaginas. Thank you. How about we move on? Let's go from vaginas to a new scare tactic. I mean, it's Monday. You feel super fresh, right? You're not all worked up in a panic yet. You're not paranoid about anything. Ha ha! Let's fix that. Because there's another new office scare that's out there. You know, the office scares, the things that they tell us about working in an office or working in general that we kinda get scared about. You know, like fluorescent lights are really bad for you, or the commute will knock 5 years off your life, or sitting is the new smoking, you know, those kinds of office scares that happen? Well, there's another new thing to worry about, and I saw this start to, like, poke its way into my Twitter feed, and I might know where it's coming from now. A startup has created a way to turn this, your mobile device, into a smell phone. No, that was not a pronunciation error. A smell phone. Yes. It's the newest thing, and it's something we can now worry about because a startup called Mobile Physics has developed a new technology that will allow your cell phone to detect air quality and smoke levels near the person carrying it, turning your personal cell phone into an environmental meter and a weather station. It'll be able to detect air quality problems or smoke levels or temperatures or UV exposure even. Okay, I'm trying to think, why do we want that? What is that why? Don't you think that? That happens and you think to yourself, "Hey, who wants that data?" Because someone wants that data. They wouldn't be doing this if someone couldn't make money on it. But who wants that data? And it felt really familiar to me because inside my Twitter feed, some of the, like, the techie influencers, like some of the super techie Silicon Valley guys, and they're all guys because they all talk like this. They're starting to put air quality devices on their desks, for real. Like, they're putting little meters on their desks, and the rationale is that and this is what I saw them explain, they're tracking the CO2 levels in their work environment because they're worried about recycled air, and they're saying, if the air isn't recycled enough, there's a higher risk for getting COVID or diseases, and then they're also saying if you have too much CO2 in your air, you're gonna get more brain fog and your productivity is gonna tank. At least that's again, that's what they're saying. So maybe that's why the cell phone is gonna become a smell-o-vision, and it's a new thing we get to worry about with your work environment. Like, until this moment, did you even ever once say to yourself, "You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe the CO2 is too high in here." Did you ever think of that? Did you ever like, now you will never not think that. Thursday morning, you might think, "Man, I should open the window. I'm just not having you know what? I'm not hitting on all cylinders. I need some CO2 to get out of here." I work in a basement. It sounds like that Chris Farley bit. "I work in a basement down by the river." And in my basement, right through this wall, right behind Walt Disney, right here, right back there, is the furnace, like, the furnace. We're sitting here doing the show, I hear it click I hear it click on. Black smoke belching out at me. I know it. It's literally right there. And someday, we're gonna look back, and you're gonna think like I was wearing an asbestos sweater. Like, how did that idiot not know that the furnace being right there was bad news? But maybe it's something that we should use and think about moving forward. And I'm telling you, now that someone's doing this and people are trying to connect CO2 levels to productivity, it's gonna be something new that we need to worry about. So that's a new workplace risk. And maybe this is coming from people that don't wanna go back in the office, so they're trying to make a new reason why they don't need to go back because of you don't recycle your air enough because that means COVID risk. I don't even know. Wait till these people hear the story of water. You wanna talk about recycled air. Do they know that, like, every drop of water in my coffee was once rain, snow, and sea, and raccoon pee? Do they know that? They're like, every look at, raccoon pee. Terrible. Another fun story. So there, now you have something new to be paranoid about. We're covering vagina dresses and raccoon pee. I've got range, people. Welcome into Small Business Mornings. I'm Pat Miller, founder of the Idea Collective. Let's do something new, shall we? I've got a frustration of the week, and I'm sharing this story because this is something we've all felt before. And on this segment, we'll share something that didn't go well. And I like to do this segment because if you look around and you see people that have their own little internet show, they're just the smartest person that ever lived because they're streaming. Well, of course, I can teach you the ways of the force because I have a TV show. You don't. I'm smarter because I have a fancy microphone and I do no wrong. And look at me. No, I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. We do idiot things. And it happened. So I started the year thinking, you know what? We got a bunch of members in the Idea Collective. Bunch of members. I love each and every one of you. And I thought to myself, I can go in to the Idea Collective and I can see who logs in a bunch and I can see who doesn't log in very often. And I thought, you know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. I will sort the login list by how often people log in. And I'll go to the people that don't log in very often, and I'll send them a little email. "Hey, person, man, it has been so long. How are you? What's going on? Let's connect," right? I'm trying to be a host. I'm trying to love up on the people. So, Wednesday, I saw this person. I really, really love this person. They're fantastic. But I hadn't heard from him in a minute. So I'm like, "You know what? Hey, person, my god, how are you? I miss you." I get I get back, blink, this person is unsubscribed from the Idea Collective. Like, "Oh, damn it." Like, apparently, they had forgotten that they were even a member. That's how little they were logging in. And by trying to love up on them, they unsubscribed. That'll learn me, right? That'll learn me from being a host. Yeah, oh, they haven't logged in a minute, do not disturb, because they might remember they're paying me and log out. Here's the kicker of the entire story. This person that I really like this person, and I haven't seen him in a minute because 'cause I'm in my basement too much. Really like this person. Send them an email, genuinely, and this was not some robo spam email, this was a genuine email. "Dude, I miss you. Where have you been?" Blink, unsubscribe. The best part is they not only thought about it, they logged in, unsubscribed, and then never replied to my email. Okay, then. I You know who you are. I love you. Sorry you, like, bye, but yeah. So that's my frustration of the week, because things like that happen, right? That happens to you. You've got a frustration of the week, and it's okay to share that in the chat, if you will. And Alan Fisher, good morning, friend. And Lynn Karazi, the data magician's here as well. If you are here with our Facebook group, gotta make sure you tell us who you are. That way we know who you are, because Facebook doesn't bring your names over. How about we do this? I did a pitch competition. So I'm on the LinkedIn, and I thought to myself, you know, it'd be fun. Let's hear how everyone's pitches are doing. And if you don't have a great pitch for your business, you need to. And in this little segment, we're going to talk about what makes a great pitch because we have a great example. And I thought, why don't we do some pitches on LinkedIn and let people pitch us their business? And then I'll showcase one pitch on the show Monday morning that I thought was good. And maybe we could take one of those pitches, we can learn something from it. So if I said to you right now, welcome to the show, tell me about your business, ready, set, go. If you don't think you've got it nailed, this segment is for you. So thank you to everyone that sent in their pitch on my LinkedIn feed. And if we're not connected on LinkedIn, I'd like to be. But we do have a winner, and I want to call it out. But before we share the example, let's talk about why this winner is good and what you need to be thinking about if you want to have a great pitch. Language is important. When you're selling yourself to someone that doesn't know who you are, I like to say it's Cookie Monster language. You don't want any jargon whatsoever. Do not overcomplicate it. Me like cookies. We know what Cookie Monster wants, right? I fancy desserts that are delicate and tickle my palate. No, me like cookies. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're using even one word that someone might not understand, make it simpler. And the second one is make it feel like something you would say. If I describe this show as Small Business Mornings is an informative and highly relevant social media streaming program informing entrepreneurs of market conditions to maximize their oh my God, kill me. No, that doesn't sound like this show. It doesn't sound like something I would say. So make it sound like you sound. And also, similar to the vagina dress story, make it all about them and the benefit that they get. Your pitch needs to touch a pain point or an opportunity for them. The Idea Collective Small Business Community Pitch, it's not an online platform with clubs, live events, and message boards and more. The Idea Collective community ends loneliness, confusion, and frustrations for small business owners trying to grow their business. Clear, simple, benefit rich. So let's look at our winner, shall we? Our winner is none other than the mayor, LZ Flanard. mayor of Podcast Town. Do you want to attract right fit leads that already want to work with you? Yes. I'd like that. Can I have that? Are you tired of relying on the almighty algorithm to brand awareness? Your voice is your biggest differentiator, and Podcast Town knows how to leverage that voice to grow your show to help you launch, grow, and maximize. So why is that good? I think it's good because it gives a clear benefit up front. Do you want more clients? Ideal clients? Hell yeah. Are you tired of relying on the almighty algorithm? That's a great line. Great, great line. Alliteration is there. And if you're a content creator, that's your Darth Vader. If you make content for a living, you're convinced that Zuckerberg hates you, right? That you're doing something wrong. And then your voice is your biggest differentiator. I just think that's great. Now, is it the greatest pitch in the history of pitches? I don't know if it is, but I think it's good, and it won the contest, and I hope that that can help you reevaluate what you're doing. Is it engaging? Does it draw someone to say, "Ooh, how did you do that? Tell me more." That's what you wanna do. You wanna draw them in. So, Elsie, good job, my friend, and, thank you for sharing, your pitches, everyone. We might do that again next week because that was a really good time. And it gave us something to talk about and really gave us a chance to evaluate how we're doing. So keep an eye on my LinkedIn, and we may do that again. We are going to wrap up with two big things. I've got two, not one, two major announcements for the Idea Collective small business community. You're going to hear a lot more about this as the year goes on. All right. So I'm going to share um, more throughout the year. But there's only 2 big events for the Idea Collective this year, and I'm gonna give you an update on them here in a second. But before we do that, let's do our meme of the week. Our meme of the week is from the director of meme, your friend the photographer, Abby Miller of Stories Frame Photography, and this is just part of Abby's thing, like, we'll be sitting there on the couch, like, she'll be sitting right here next to me. We're watching, you know, whatever, Sex Education, starring Gillian Anderson, and, she's sitting right next to me, bloop, and she'll send me a meme. The other thing she used to do is she used to send me TikTok videos constantly until I told her to stop. But love her, director of Meme, Abby Miller. And this one I feel in my bones. Tell me you don't feel this. Meme of the week. If at least once a week you don't wanna burn it all down and work at McDonald's, you ain't entrepreneuring enough. Is that not the truth? Is that not the truth? Raise your hand if last week, after a week and a half of vacation, on a 4-day week, it was just this little baby week after a week and a half off. I had that moment last week. Did you not have that moment last week? I did. It was last week. It was like a free square. Yes, spectacular. At least once a week, you don't burn it all down and work at McDonald's. You ain't entrepreneuring enough. That is so, so true. Stephanie Kern, that's how you feel right now? No, Stephanie Kern. No, why do you feel that way, Stephanie? Please. And EB's all like, "Not McDonald's." Okay, well, we could pick a better fast food place if you want, EB. Work at Starbucks because I could use the free coffee. Awesome stuff. And a reminder to you, if you wanna send in your meme of the week, do it, and I'll give you a free commercial on the air because I like to have, great memes shared on the air. Okay, let's get 2 events on your calendar. Are you ready for this? I got 2 big events that are happening this year, and in classic don't grow it alone fashion, here's what you're gonna hear coming up. In the next 6 months, really, I'm going to do surveys, and we're gonna have polls, we're gonna have small group meetups where we're building our 2 big events of the year because I want your feedback. And Susie and Ann Hill and the others that helped me pull all this stuff off have been lovingly dealing with the fact that I like to do a lot of stuff, and the idea that we could move this whole thing a lot faster if we did fewer things better. So this year, we're gonna do our monthly meetups in certain cities, and then we're gonna do 2 big events, and that's it. 2 monster events. And all I wanna do today is let you know that they're happening, and I wanna get them on your calendars. And we'll do event posts and put it up on LinkedIn and Facebook and inside the Idea Collective community, but just because we're pals and you're watching the show, I'll share it with you. Here's the first one. We're going to do a digital summit. I think this is a Wednesday. May 1st, digital summit, 9 to noon. And we're gonna pull together some of the best and the brightest for an online event on May 1st. Just because it's a digital summit doesn't mean we're just gonna talk about digital stuff. That's not what it is. It's a business event, but it's online, and it's May 1st, and it's gonna be awesome. I've got the keynote speaker already booked. This guy is so above the rim, I can't believe that I got him. We'll share all of that in due time. But May 1st, Idea Collective Digital Summit, put it on the old calendar. The second one, and this one, like, gives me goosebumps to say. You can't see it under my fine Kohl's sweater here. Um, it gives me goosebumps to say because 'cause I've never said this out loud. Here we go. The second event is in October, the Idea Collective Midwest Small Business Conference, October 16th and 17th, downtown Milwaukee. Now, this is the 4th year in a row that we are doing a big time conference for the Idea Collective small business community and small business owners everywhere. But for the first time, we're moving it from the resort town of Lake Geneva to downtown Milwaukee. And the conference is going to be held at the Miller High Life Theater, which, if you don't know, and many of you don't, is a classic 4,000 seat theater. Wow. We were in a hotel ballroom last year. This year, we're having a keynote event, 4,000 seats. Ah, so I'm more than a little freaking out, but we're going big, people. This is going to be an incredible event. Now, October 16th and 17th, why are we moving from November to October? The dates work out a little bit better for everyone's schedule because the holiday pressure begins to build. It's when the venue was available. And there's a little thing happening in the first week of November that might be a little bumpy for everyone and their sister being the presidential election. I just wanted to get away from it. So October 16th and 17th, 2-day event. And we're gonna have some shoulder stuff on Tuesday night and Friday morning. It's not just the 2 days, but October 16th and 17th. The other thing I wanna address is, why are you calling it the Midwest Small Business Conference? When I think about one thing that makes the Idea Collective, it's the idea of collaboration over competition and helping people. And as one of the most prominent voices inside the community, and probably being the dictionary definition of a Midwest dude, and being a little competitive, it feels right to put it in there. That doesn't mean we don't love Talmar and Susan and our friends in Colorado and Arizona. We love them all. But we're coming from the Midwest to serve small business owners everywhere. It's kind of what we're doing. And we want to share that with everyone because our vibe is a hell of a lot different than New York or California. It just is. And you know what? For the first time ever, I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to lean into it. Just like we just learned from the vagina dress, I think that's a benefit. I think if you want to collaborate with others and feel like you're welcome and not get judged, I think that's an asset. And it's who we are. So I'm leaning into it. And you know another thing? We're just gonna claim it. I don't see a small business solution coming from the coasts, and it's about time that the Midwest stands up and says, "You know what? We're doing something right here." So I'm just gonna own it. And if you're in Boston and you don't like it, too bad. Honestly, too bad. Here's my number. Call and leave a message, and guess what? I'll delete it. Don't care, because I know we're doing something right, and we've got this collaboration going on, and we wanna share it with as many people as possible. So if you believe in collaboration over competition, if you believe that small business is a lifestyle, not a job, if you're willing to help other people and make them feel welcome and encourage them to keep going because they're building their small business dream, then yeah, yeah, the Idea Collective is for you. You know where that's coming from? The Midwest, and I'm proud of it. So October 16th and 17th, downtown Milwaukee, we are going big, people, and we're gonna need everyone's help to make this thing happen. I mean, I am so terrified. I was more afraid to sign this contract than I was to sign my mortgage. I'm not even kidding. This one's big because we're walking into a city of about 1,000,000 people, and we're telling everyone, "Yeah, the Idea Collective is here, and you need to come to our" like, honestly, tough to breathe even talking about it. So there'll be much more to come on that, and much more needed from you and the folks that believe in the Don't Grow It Alone mission to make it happen. I could not be more excited. It's going to be epic. Whew, we covered a lot of ground today, didn't we? From LZ's pitch to air quality's terrible to vagina dresses and what we can learn from Jillian. It was fun. Small Business Mornings is on the air every Monday morning at 9 a.m. unless I get something going on. For solopreneurs and small business owners, it's powered by the Idea Collective community. We bring entrepreneurs together to provide the support and resources you need to succeed. It's our way to live out the mission. Don't grow it alone. Visit smallbusinesscommunity.com and you can take our 2-week free trial and see if we are right for you. All right. Shall we log off? I think we shall. Oh, Kristen, thank you very much for that. Let's go through the chat just a minute before we log off. I love leaning into the Midwest angle. Thank you, Kristen. It gives us something uh, to differentiate. Oh, look at Talmar. Hell yeah, book my plane ticket, DLMF. Right? And we asked Stephanie why she's struggling. And she said, my long time off in India is creating a dry period in my business. No work for 3 weeks now. Okay, this is a real thing. So if you don't know Stephanie, you know, digital creator, took a 2-week trip to India, just a life trip of a lifetime, but because she was out, now her pipeline is a little dry. So, helping her get back up on her feet is something we should talk about. So why don't you come to the Idea Slam tomorrow, Stephanie, and we'll see if we can microwave some leads for you and figure out what you need. And of course, if you wanna chat, you can always give me a call. 3 weeks, that's right, it was 3 weeks. Give me a call and we can, work through it. All right, friends, it's great to see you this morning, and I got through the entire show and did not need to talk about my stupid Bears football team because they are stupid and I hate them, yet love them. And I've got 9 months until they hurt me again. All right, I'm Pat Miller, founder of the Idea Collective. See you right back here next week.